Let's talk about Voyage then. Okay.
Okay.
So this is more similar to Pod, the first one we played for the channel.
Cause this one is too dark.
Yeah, the environment is pretty dark at times. Especially you're climbing down caves a lot.
Yeah.
Or you're just stuck in the void, shuffling some statues around.
Yeah. And they don't know what to do.
Well, there's not so much to do in this game. Like, if compared to Pod has a lot more puzzle and a lot more abilities you actually can use. Here, you walk, you push, or pull.
You know, they can like stick out their fist, but doing what? This is never really functional.
The one pointing actually shifts the focus of the camera to the other person.
Really? But I do this all the time and I didn't see any change.
Because the camera was already close enough. If you're both nearby each other, then it doesn't do anything. Okay then, so what you do is you walk, you push, pull. That's pretty much it. There's no jumping or like that.
Yeah.
It's just you have one interaction button that handles pretty much everything. You have one button that does this light thing above your head.
Yeah, this is doing what?
Ping. It shows you what you're supposed to interact with on the screen.
Really? I didn't see that either.
So if you get stuck, this can be used to guide you. It directly tells you what you need to do. So that's pretty much for the gameplay aspect. When it comes to the graphics, everything is hand-drawn. And for me, I feel it's beautiful. But also, it's pretty dark.
Cannot see so much.
It's like, it's atmospheric. Like when you're in the desert there at nighttime and you can just see all the stars and this big red moon coming up. I guess it's a moon. It looks beautiful. It's natural for it to be dark. Like you're beneath the canopy in the forest, or it's nighttime, or
just personally, I never go there in the dark, so I don't know.
Yeah, like in Pod, you were in a cave the whole time also. And it's pretty dark there also, but there's always, well, one of the characters is a fucking light, so...
yeah, that's why. But if you mention that game, my impression will be green. If you mention this game, my impression will be dark.
Since you're growing things there and, like, a lot of things actually light up the environment. You have the 3 light locations, which is... forest area by the pond, the hills by the yak, and then the desert directly after. All the other ones are pretty much dark, if we don't count the pink spaceship, of course, which kind of just destroys your eyes. And oh, of course, there's the bright dreamlike place. It's like go to heaven.
Yeah, but you said this is an explore game, right? But I don't feel there's so much to explore.
Yeah, I mean, there's actually nothing to explore like that. It's a one-line story.
Yeah, it can be one line. I'm just saying on the way, it's not so much difference to see, different things.
I mean, the environments change a lot, all the biomes. So you'll see a lot of different things, but there's no exploration, there's no secrets.
Oh, yeah, and no task.
Yeah.
No so much task.
Just pull or push certain things. The whole point of the game... It's a cinematic game, saying it's often termed as a walking simulator. And this is just like, it's an interactive movie. Of course, in this case, the movie doesn't have any dialogue either. So it's just for your sight. So there's music and sounds, of course.
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
I mean, environmental sounds. I cannot remember any specific song.
Yeah, me too.
I just remember a lot of ping from pressing the light button. So, why would you play this game? Pretty much because it's beautiful and because of the story. So, about the story...
Oh, there is a story, you mean?
Yeah, when you start, of course, you have no idea what's going on. You just start in this void, like there's stars in the sky and there's some statues around. And then you just wake up in a cave under some crystal, no idea what's going on. And you just go out into the forest, meet a lot of jellyfish people. Seems like they're ghosts or something, but their skin is like a jellyfish.
Half transparent.
Like, yeah, they're watery, and as you can discover later, they just turn into bubbles. You meet some fox that seems has some kind of power, and just brings you into the void to push some statues around. These statues always have some theme around these jellyfish people, and still, I didn't understand anything about what's going on. I just imagine these jellyfish people are dead. And why we're here, no idea.
Yeah.
Or what our relationship is with these jellyfish people.
Maybe no need to have idea about it.
Yeah.
Not important.
So at the beginning it just seems like some fantasy scenario, but then you first start to get more information after the desert level there. You just pull open a door and just get crushed under the sand, seems like, and then we're dead. No, actually not. And you just, or actually yes, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because you just show up in this kind of dream sequence, seems like,
Yeah,
in this pink light on a spaceship. Obviously a spaceship, because you get to look out the window and it shows you, you're in space, it's stars, there's asteroids around and things. And when you're traveling around this spaceship, all those jellyfish people are on it. And they seem scared and running around. They seem to be evacuating. The connection made there is like, oh, okay. All these jellyfish people were on a spaceship and they crashed on this planet. And they all die. And that's why their ghosts are around there. But still, it's hard to tell what the relationship is to you.
Yeah.
The ghosts, they're not just repeating some echo of their previous life. Like down on the planet, they seem to be doing random things. They don't interact with you on the spaceship, but down on the planet, they actually interact with you to some degree. Maybe show you what to do or try to help you in some way. After you've been in this whole dream sequence, ghost spaceship, then continue on your way to no idea where. You find like, what to say, I call it the reactor core of the ship. It's, it might be not the reactor core, it's one of the capsules from the ship. Should be a survivor from the ship, this one. The hell, it is a jellyfish thing. And it looks like the head of these jellyfish people. So you would assume he dropped his head.
Oh, okay. That's you mean a survivor?
Yes.
And flowing?
Yes.
That's how you survive.
Because this is one of the capsules that's shot out from the ship. Anyway, I don't know if this floating jellyfish head brain thing is one of their heads just floating around there.
It
seems a bit very fantasy, but I don't know. This game is full of dream sequences, so it's hard to tell what is supposed to be real, what's supposed to be fantasy.
And it's sometimes following us, sometimes not.
Yeah. So you just open the capsule there, he comes out and follow you around a bit. And then sometimes he disappears. These moss-covered jellyfish just follow you down. I'm not sure what the significance is, but you get to this pillar where this floating jellyfish brain just try to show you these like symbols, icons, where there's a lot of these jellyfish people and showing that one is seemingly missing.
I don't know, but I even don't know if it's related.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Then you just go deeper and then you reach heaven or whatever this is. And then all the jellyfish is just sitting there having a party. Then the flying jellyfish head shows you some more carvings depicting jellyfish with pink heads. Then an image where they have seemingly given most of these pink parts to one person. Then the next image show the boy overlapped with one of the jellyfish. And then you're discovered to be around the spaceship. So obviously the spaceship seemed to have been here very long.
Then what's the spaceship we were before? So it's all fake. We're thinking, dreaming.
I mean, the dream sequence, I feel it's obviously a dream in some way, or a vision maybe they give to us. I guess we're from the spaceship also. But if the spaceship crashed here very long time ago, then how is this even possible?
Yeah.
If we're not ghosts also. And we open this capsule with a floating head in, then how is he even alive? How does everything work? Where is fantasy? Where is sci-fi? Where is...
Okay, this is a messy game.
You go through this real spaceship you find, and the jellyfish people keep walking through there, and all the way to the actual capsules that you would use to escape the spaceship.
And then it's suddenly done.
Yeah, and then the girl go into the spaceship and shoots away. Boy stays behind. But it's one of those jellyfish things, the ghosts, like waving you goodbye there. This is saying that the boy is one of the ghosts.
Oh, really?
The cape the ghost has there is the same blue one that the boy has. I guess
okay.
she's been...
So let's say this, all those people are trying to help her to leave.
Yes. What do you think the story means? What was the point of everything? What was the story trying to tell us?
I don't know. After you explain the last one, because I even don't know whose hand it belongs to. But if it's the girl hand, then at first I thought, oh, it's her own shadow, so that means she's one of them actually. But you said it's one of them, and they are saying goodbye. Then that means she's the one trapped in here, but she's alive, different with them. So she tried to figure out how to go back.
Yeah.
So the others help her.
What I imagine is that, okay, at the beginning you're in the void and you just show up there. Like all the time when your character is not doing anything, the boy, they show a soul going into you as an idle animation. And when you start the game, a soul immediately enters the boy. The girl doesn't do this, it's just the boy. So obviously there's something different about the boy.
Really?
Yeah. If we assume they're all from the same spaceship, this is not a new crash, since she wakes up in a cave also. Then she was on the spaceship, the boy was on the spaceship, all these jellyfish ghosts were also on the spaceship. And it crashed long time ago, as seen by moss growing on the ghost, I guess. And the spaceship being that deep in the planet. Then, in the crash, she survived. She was the only one to survive. And she's been in a coma there. Why she's not just rotten or dead or anything, hard to tell. It's probably related to the crystals. And she might have been like inside this crystal thing that they show in the beginning, with the whole company logo on it. So she survived, but then all these ghosts have been fucking around here for a few centuries or millennia, I don't know. Then they've made all these symbols and everything here. They've kind of continued their life as these jellyfish ghosts here in some way. Just assume this is a bit of a fantasy thing also, not just sci-fi or directly realistic. Then they want to get her home since she's still alive, and they find a way to, let's say this other one is the remains of her brother or some other human on the spaceship, and the actual ghost of this person just find a way to return to his body and guide her, and then they use this body to help you to escape the planet, and they're just guiding you to the escape capsule, and that was the entire point.
Do you think it has so much deeper meaning?
Obviously the designers had some kind of meaning behind it, and they didn't just randomly do it. They have some story, obviously. So the entire point is probably the ghosts, the inhabitants of the spaceship you were on, try to rescue the last remaining survivor, try to guide along with the body of her dead brother or something.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. What do you think?
Not so much can do, not so much task, and for me some are confusing. I'm still new. I still cannot figure out automatic.
I thought it was kind of interesting, and I feel fun trying to figure out what the hell is going on. It's just that I wanted a bit more information earlier on to know where am I going maybe, but that maybe that would have destroyed the whole that you're not supposed to know what's going on. Then it's kind of like, oh, would you pay this much on a 2-hour movie with no dialogue?
It depends on what type you like.
Yeah, then you'd have to decide if this game is worth it for that amount. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's been Voyage. Our voyage is complete, and we will continue with the next game soon. Next game is gonna be more of the exciting type. So we'll see how that goes. As always, if you like the video or our channel, feel free to leave a like. If you dislike it, you know where that button is. If you have something to say, any comment about the game, the story, how do you interpret the story? Do you have any better ideas for what it all means? Just drop that in the comment field below. Yada yada yada. See you next time.